Peppa Pig's house always seemed like a safe place, warm and cozy. But none of its inhabitants even suspected what dark secrets are hidden here, behind familiar walls and cheerful children's laughter. Daddy Pig sits at breakfast in the kitchen, reading a newspaper. Something strange is happening with his perception of reality. Mummy Pig cooks breakfast at the stove, stirring porridge. Daddy Pig looks up and sees her there. Simultaneously, Mummy Pig enters the kitchen through the door. Daddy Pig blinks, not understanding what's happening. Two identical Mummy Pigs stand in the kitchen. Daddy Pig rubs his eyes, thinking he's hallucinating. One mummy disappears, the second continues cooking breakfast. Daddy Pig feels a chill down his spine. Peppa and George come down for breakfast. Daddy Pig tries to tell about the strange vision. The children laugh, thinking Daddy is joking. Mummy Pig also smiles, but her eyes seem empty. Daddy Pig goes to the living room and sees Mummy on the sofa. She reads a book and looks completely normal. Mummy Pig's voice comes from the kitchen. Daddy Pig panics and runs back to the kitchen. In the kitchen, Mummy washes dishes as if nothing happened. Daddy Pig begins to doubt his sanity. All day, Daddy Pig sees Mummy in different places simultaneously. In the garden, bedroom, bathroom, she's everywhere. In the evening, Daddy Pig goes up to the attic. There, in the corner, sits a mysterious gray figure with red eyes. Labubu slowly turns to Daddy Pig. His smile is sinister and full of secret knowledge. Labubu explains that he creates copies of Mummy Pig. Each copy takes away a piece of her real soul. Daddy Pig tries to scream, but his voice won't obey. Labubu enjoys his horror. Peppa Pig's house always seemed like a safe place, warm and cozy. But no one suspected what dark secrets were hidden behind these familiar walls. Daddy Pig sat in his chair reading newspaper. Room temperature dropped suddenly. Something invisible watched from darkness. Black shadow slid across wall, taking creature's form. Ghost Labubu materialized in corner, golden crosses glowing ominously. Daddy felt cold wind and turned around. Ghost vanished, but presence feeling remained. Peppa and George played in nursery. Labubu observed family, studying each member carefully. At night, Ghost approached sleeping Daddy. His black paws reached toward man's head. Daddy woke from strange dream. His movements became slow and unnatural. Mummy noticed husband's odd behavior. He stared blankly and spoke with alien voice. Labubu seized control over Daddy's body. Ghost enjoyed new physical incarnation. Peppa ran to Daddy, but he didn't recognize her. Golden crosses flickered in eyes. Family gathered at table. Daddy sat silently, his soul trapped inside. Labubu influenced others through Daddy's body. House filled with dark energy. George cried, sensing something wrong. Mr. Dinosaur fell and broke. Mummy tried talking to husband. He smiled Labubu's terrifying smile. Ghost completely possessed Daddy's body. Real soul disappeared into darkness. Grandpa Pig visited and sensed trouble. Air became heavy and ominous. Labubu began changing house. Walls darkened, windows frosted over. Family felt fear. Their father became stranger to them. At night, Ghost wandered house. He sought way to capture remaining souls. Peppa saw Daddy in corridor. His eyes glowed golden in darkness. Labubu realized one body wasn't enough. He needed entire family. Ghost began possession ritual. House became trap for souls. Neighbors noticed house's abandoned appearance. Strange sounds echoed inside. Labubu got what he wanted. Family under control. No one suspected inhabitants' true nature. Peppa's family arrives at an old hotel for the weekend vacation. The place seems cozy and welcoming, but something feels wrong. A golden figure greets them at the entrance with a wide smile. The mysterious owner introduces himself as Labubu with strange politeness. Bandaged ears and ancient symbols in his eyes frighten little George. Parents notice nothing suspicious about their host. Labubu leads the family through long, winding corridors slowly. Old portraits on walls watch their every step carefully. In their room, furniture moves by itself without explanation. Beds creak loudly. Wardrobes open mysteriously during night. Peppa tries to sleep but hears whispers from the walls. Ghostly voices call her name softly and persistently. George wakes up and sees Labubu standing in the corner. His golden eyes glow brightly in the complete darkness. Labubu disappears instantly when lights turn on suddenly. His eerie laughter echoes through the long corridor menacingly. In the morning, family goes down for breakfast together. Other guests sit completely motionless at their tables. All guests' faces are pale and completely empty. They eat mechanically without ever raising their eyes upward. Labubu serves breakfast with the same creepy smile. The food smells strange and keeps changing colors mysteriously. Dad tries desperately to call home, but phone remains silent. All outside connections have been completely cut off. Mom notices all doors are locked from inside securely. Their room keys disappeared without any trace overnight. Labubu calmly explains it's for their complete safety. His voice sounds increasingly threatening and unnaturally cold. In the evening, family searches desperately for any exit. The corridors lead to nowhere and repeat endlessly. Labubu appears everywhere at once like magic. His reflections stare menacingly from every mirror around them. Peppa finds a dark basement full of old photographs. Pictures show families who never left this cursed place. George begins glowing with bright golden light mysteriously. Ancient symbols appear clearly on his small forehead. Parents change too, their eyes become completely empty. They no longer recognize their own daughter, Peppa. Labubu proudly collects his new family members forever. The cursed hotel never lets anyone leave. Peppa remains trapped among golden statues for eternity. Her beloved family is now part of hotel. New unsuspecting guests arrive tomorrow morning cheerfully. Labubu greets them with same smile. Peppa and George's nursery was always place of fun and games. But today, tense atmosphere-filled room, foreboding trouble ahead. Peppa and George played with toys, but something went wrong. Serious quarrel erupted between brother and sister. George got upset and cried, holding beloved Dinosaur. Peppa shouted at him, refusing to make peace. Boy ran out of house, ignoring Peppa's calls. He headed straight into dark forest behind home. Forest greeted George with ominous silence and cold. Trees seemed alive, watching little Piglet carefully. George went deeper into thicket, not noticing strange sounds. Something watched him from darkness somewhere. bronze Labubu with golden stars in eyes appeared between trees. His metallic smile gleamed in twilight. Creature approached crying George with false kindness. Labubu offered boy friendship and comfort. George trusted strange being and followed him. Labubu led him deeper into forest thicket. Meanwhile, Peppa realized what she had done. She searched for brother throughout house but nowhere found. Parents became worried and started searching George. Mummy and Daddy Pig searched entire neighborhood. In forest, Labubu showed George his secret hideout. It was cave full of strange metallic toys. George admired shiny objects, not understanding danger. Labubu smiled wider, showing metallic teeth. Creature explained all these toys were children. Now they would stay with him forever. George tried to escape, but too late. Labubu touched him with bronze paw. Boy began turning metal. Search continued all night, but George nowhere found. Family desperately called his name in darkness. Morning in forest only found Mr. Dinosaur. Toy lay at entrance to mysterious cave. Peppa took Dinosaur and cried with grief. She realized would never see brother again. Labubu watched family from forest depths. New metallic boy joined his collection. George became part of Labubu's bronze army. His eyes now glowed same golden light. Cave filled with metallic toys ringing. All once were children lost in forest. Labubu waited for next victim, knowing truth about children's quarrels. Anger and resentment always lead children to his domain. Peppa often came to forest hoping find brother, but she didn't know George watched her with golden eyes from darkness. Bronze Boy could no longer return home. Now he served Labubu, luring other lost children into metallic trap of eternity. Peppa Pig's house always seemed like a safe place, warm and cozy. But none of its inhabitants even suspected what dark secrets were hidden here, behind the familiar walls and cheerful children's laughter. Daddy Pig secretly opens a hidden safe in his office late at night. Some secrets are better kept in darkness. Inside the safe lies a strange green Labubu toy with glowing red eyes. Ancient things are not always harmless. Green Labubu begins to glow with mystical light in the darkness. The awakening began this night. Daddy Pig slams the safe shut and quickly leaves, not noticing the glow, but some doors can no longer be closed. The next morning, Peppa notices strange sounds from Daddy's office. The silence of the house is broken forever. Green Labubu penetrates the dreams of the whole family through walls. Nightmares come to those who don't expect them. George wakes up screaming, seeing green shadows in his room. Children's fears become reality. Mummy Pig finds wet green footprints all over the house. Something walks here at night. Green Labubu appears in mirrors, watching the family. Reflections no longer show the truth. Daddy Pig tries to open the safe, but the lock won't budge. Some secrets choose their own time. Green energy seeps through the cracks of the safe, filling the office. Ancient power demands freedom. The whole family gathers in the living room, feeling a strange presence. Fear unites even the bravest. Green Labubu materializes in the middle of the room with burning eyes. Meeting with darkness is inevitable. The toy begins to grow, becoming bigger and more frightening. The size of evil has no limits. Green light fills the entire house, changing it forever. The house no longer belongs to the living. The family tries to escape, but doors and windows are locked from inside. Escape is impossible from your own home. Green Labubu whispers ancient spells in an unknown language. Words of power sound in silence. Daddy Pig realizes the toy was cursed from the very beginning. Some purchases cost too much. Green energy absorbs the family's memories of happy days. The past disappears in green fog. Labubu vanishes, leaving the house forever changed. But his presence remains everywhere. The family wakes up in the morning, not remembering the night's events. Memory is a fragile thing. In Daddy's office, the safe stands open and empty. But something is still watching. Green eyes glow from every dark corner of the house. Some guests stay forever. Peppa lies in her bed, darkness outside the window. Parents strictly forbade going out at night ever. Scratches appear on the nursery wall mysteriously. Something scrapes outside with sharp claws menacingly. George sees red glowing eyes in the window. Mr. Dinosaur cannot protect from real horror tonight. A shadow with long ears flickers past the window. Labubu has come for the disobedient children tonight. Peppa gets up quietly, breaking the rule completely. Curiosity is stronger than fear and parental warnings. Floorboards creak under little hooves loudly. Each step leads to unknown danger ahead tonight. The nursery door opens by itself, slowly. Labubu knows how to enter houses unnoticed. The corridor is plunged into ominous silence. Even Daddy Pig's loud snoring suddenly stopped completely. Red eyes glow in the darkness menacingly. Labubu smiles his terrifying toothy grin wickedly. Peppa freezes in horror, unable to scream. Voice disappears when meeting true evil tonight. Labubu approaches slowly, claws scraping the floor. He collects all disobedient children for collection. Toys in the house start moving by themselves. Mr. Dinosaur turns his head toward George. Susie Sheep appears with empty, glowing eyes. Best friends can become worst enemies tonight. Pedro Pony stands without his glasses on. His eyes now glow with red light. Madame Gazelle appears with eerie laughter echoing. The teacher knows secrets better left unknown. All toys and friends surround Peppa completely. Labubu turns everyone into his loyal servants. Peppa tries to run, but doors are locked. There are no safe places left anywhere tonight. Labubu extends his furry paw toward Peppa. He whispers something in strange, ancient language. Red light fills the entire house completely. Labubu takes all disobedient children away forever. In the morning, parents find only empty beds. Children vanished without a trace completely overnight. Only strange scratches remain on the wall. Labubu leaves his marks for next victims. Neighbors say they sometimes hear children crying, but no one lives in house anymore. Windows never light up again at night. Labubu will return for new victims soon. Red eyes watch from darkness outside houses. The story will repeat itself again soon. Peppa Pig's house always seemed like a safe place, warm and cozy, but none of its inhabitants even suspected that behind the distant mountains hide ancient secrets that are better left undisturbed. In the morning, Peppa looks at the tall mountain outside the window. Something draws her there, as if an invisible force is calling. The family has breakfast, but Peppa can't take her eyes off the mountain. Strange shadows move along its slopes even during the day. Peppa secretly packs her backpack and leaves the house. No one notices how she heads toward the mountain trail. The trail leads higher and higher, and the air becomes colder. The trees around look dead and twisted. Halfway up, Peppa meets a gray Labubu with red eyes. He silently points her way further up the mountain. Labubu walks ahead, his gray fur blending with the fog. Red eyes glow in the twilight like two little fires. Peppa follows the mysterious creature higher and higher. Her legs become heavy and her mind becomes clouded. At home, the family discovers Peppa's disappearance. Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig panic and search for her everywhere. George points to the mountain and cries. He saw his sister going there in the morning. Daddy Pig sets out to search with a flashlight. The mountain trail seems endless and ominous. On the trail, Daddy finds Peppa's red hat. It lies on a stone as if someone deliberately left it there. Gray Labubu watches Daddy Pig from behind the trees. His red eyes follow every movement. Daddy Pig climbs higher and higher, but the trail suddenly disappears. He finds himself in a strange place with no way out. Labubu appears before Daddy Pig and silently points into the void. Where the trail was, now there's only fog. At home, Mummy Pig and George wait for their return, but neither Peppa nor Daddy Pig come back. Neighbors join the search the next day. Danny Dog and Pedro Pony go to the foot of the mountain. On the trail, they find Daddy Pig's glasses. There are no more traces, as if they dissolved into thin air. Gray Labubu stands on the mountain peak and looks down. In his red eyes, silhouettes of the disappeared are reflected. Mummy Pig looks at the mountain from the window every evening. Sometimes she thinks she sees familiar silhouettes there. George no longer plays and only draws gray figures. All drawings have the same red eyes. The mountain remains silent, keeping its secrets. No one dares to climb that trail anymore. Gray Labubu waits for new travelers on the mountain trail. His red eyes are always ready to lure the next victim. Peppa's house now seems empty and cold. 2 empty chairs at the table remind of those who never returned.